In our Survivor Spotlight tonight, in December 2004, Jennifer Goodman LInn, marketing executive and fitness enthusiast, was diagnosed with MFH sarcoma, a rare soft tissue cancer. For the past 5 years, she's endured 3 relapses, 4 surgeries, and over 25 months of chemo. Nice job. Throughout her cancer treatment, she has never stopped exercising. You already beat Jack to the punch, my God. And she specifically credits indoor cycling and spinning with giving her the strength and the endurance to survive, and I can attest to that. She decided to combine her passion for marketing with her passion for exercise and founded Cycle for Survival, an indoor team cycling fundraiser that focuses on raising funds for a broad range of rare cancers, and I emphatically stress rare cancers, which has raised almost $4 million for research. Please welcome to the Stupid Cancer Show my friend Jennifer Goodman LInn.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We're thrilled, and Matt, can I just say, first of all, we have some corrections from the fact-checking department here, first and foremost. She endured 4 relapses, 4 surgeries, and over 30 months of chemo, and has raised over $4.5 million for research.
So you edited the document that you sent me for her to make me look like
She's
Jack.
allowed.
Unfortunately, I sent you that document last month, and a lot's been going on.
Oh, my God.
We raised a lot of money.
You're a moving target. We can't have moving targets on this show.
She's an enterprising woman.
All right, then I'm entirely wrong, and now Lisa's just in charge of you. Go ahead.
Oh. Jennifer, all right.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Bye, Matt. Thanks. We'll take it from here. Thank you very much. No, start out and tell us your story. Tell us your diagnosis and your treatments. And
sure.
Fill us in.
I was diagnosed about 5.5 years ago with a very rare type of cancer called MFH sarcoma, which is a soft tissue cancer. And I found out about it because I just started to get night sweats and fevers. And my husband and I were thinking about starting a family at that time. And I started to notice I was getting fevers all the time. And basically found out that I had some blood work issues, and long story short, I had a tumor the size of a football in my stomach.
Wow.
And since then, I've basically been cured 5 times, but the cancer comes back.
Right.
So I've been dealing with it for 5.5 years now, and unfortunately, I just found out last month that I relapsed for the 5th time. So I'm a 5-time survivor now. Absolutely.
We don't like relapses here.
Yeah, we don't like them at all. Explain for folks what soft tissue cancer means exactly.
Right, so I guess that there are broad types of cancers. There's blood cancers like lymphoma and leukemia. There's organ cancers like breast cancer, lung cancer. And then there's this broad classification of kind of muscle and tissue cancers, and soft tissue sarcoma fits within those. It's a very rare cancer.
Tumor.
There you go.
There are less than 10,000 cases a year.
Wow. So and the treatment that you've been through, tell us about that.
Sure. So the best way to handle, or the best protocol for me, is to use chemotherapy to shrink the tumor and then surgery to remove it. So I've been through 3 different chemo cocktails for periods as short as 3 months to as long as 16 months at a time. And I'm about to have my 5th abdominal surgery, where they basically cut open your middle, take a lot of stuff out, dissect your colon, put it back together, and good to go.
Wow. And you're spinning and cycling and fit through all of this. How has that worked?
I made a joke with my doctor that I can be bald or fat, but not both. So he decided to. Unfortunately, the treatments make me lose my hair, but I will.
I can be both.
Exercise. For me, I've always loved to exercise, and I think it took on a whole different meaning when I was diagnosed. It was my 1 hour during the day that I could, do everything in my power to fight against this dreadful disease. And cycling in particular really spoke to me because I couldn't run anymore. I used to love running. It was too high impact for me. Mm-hmm. And for anyone who's been on a stationary bike or spinning, it's a great workout, but it's low impact. And every day, it's you're not competing with other people. It's all about you against yourself. So
when you eat a 5,000-calorie pizza, how many cycles for spinning do you have to? How many months of consecutive spinning must you have to?
Yeah, I was going to say that might be 13.1 hours of spinning.
Okay.
A half marathon of spinning.
No, spinning is great. Spinning is an amazing workout.
And anyone can do it.
Yeah.
I always say to people, we purposely created the charity to make it very accessible and easy for everyone. So anyone can get on a bike. So I met all these great instructors while I was going through my diagnosis, and we got together and said, let's try and raise some money for these rare cancers like the ones I have that don't get the attention or funding that they need.
Sorry, I know we're sitting side by side here, and you're looking at me, and it just pulls you a bit away from the mic. All right, so tell us specifically again. So you met instructors, you went about this, and this is you live in New York. So this is in is this in gyms in New York? Can people do this nationwide and participate? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so it actually is a really fun kind of story. Is I started this 4 years ago. And I became friends with the cycling instructors as I was sick. And I would, wear my bandana to the gym. I still do to this day. And sit in the front row. And little did I know that I was inspiring them because they were inspiring me. And we said, let's do something and get together. And Equinox is my local gym. The Columbus Circle location is mine. And we said, let's get some teams together and raise $10,000. Well, in year one, we raised $200,000.
Wow.
And then, yeah, exactly. Next year, we raised $650,000. We said, we can't believe this. So
amazing.
We talked to Equinox, and they loved the idea of it and saw the benefit. And now we're expanding across the country. So we're in New York and Chicago now. This past year, we raised $2.5 million for rare cancer research. So up to $4.5 million to date. And it's really, really exciting. It's you have the option of either cycling in New York or Chicago, or if you don't live in one of those markets, you can create your own satellite team, which means you can just go to your local gym and say, hey, can me and a few friends share a bike for a few hours? And we had over 50 satellite teams from Colombia to Brazil to Canada to Italy riding with us that day.
So you go around and you get sponsors, and can you do this on your own? Is there one given day where everybody sort of does it together? How does that work?
So in New York, the events tend to be in the end of January because that's when it's ugly out and you don't want to go outside. You can do a satellite team any day of the year. We love the idea of having everyone do it the same day, but if that doesn't work for you, the last thing we want to do is hold you back from raising money for such a worthy cause. So people can do it whenever they want.
Yeah. Well, have you thought about? Have you thought about doing cycling outdoors at all, or is this strictly spinning? I did the AIDS ride for 2 years in a row, 300 miles in 3 days. Whoa! I mean, amazing, but whoa.
That's intense.
Yeah,
that's intense.
Your bum's hurting bad, among other things.
We've thought about it. I mean, I think part of the magic of this event is I call it the lazy man's triathlon. So it's very different than what you did, which is very admirable, but it definitely takes a amount of training.
No.
Or Jack, all the training he's done in the marathon, to run this weekend. It's what I say is anyone can get on a bike. So the whole point of it is to make it as accessible as possible.
Right.
So outdoor cycling is absolutely something we're considering, but it is a little bit harder. And my 90-year-old grandmother rides with me every year. She gets on my bike for 10 minutes. She's had 2 hip replacements, but it makes her feel good. So we want to extend this to as many people as possible.
You're making Jack feel real bad. Real bad.
Can't wait to check in Saturday night.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, honestly, this show is all about showcasing people who get busy living, and cancer is a chronic disease, cancer is a lifestyle, survivorship is the cure. Really what you're choosing to make of your situation is extraordinary. It goes beyond the stupid euphemism of lemonade from lemons. It really is, and the fact that I've known you for, 5 years now or 4 years now, and this is the first time we're physically in the same place at the same time, miraculous, fantastic, and I couldn't wish anything more fantastic on anyone else than you.
Thank you. Thank
Great.
you so much.
Thing you're doing.